Hey guys, JT here with a quick video. I wanted to show you guys the difference between the new Helion Conquest two-wheel drive truck and the Criterion Buggy. I made a mistake and I said it in the unboxing. I thought these were similar designs. They just put big tires and wheels and body mounts on this, but this actually is a completely different design truck than it is from the Buggy. So I wanted to show you guys that. I love the way these two color schemes and stuff kind of match. You see the way this is and kind of way this is, so I call it big brother, little brother. But anyway, one thing I did want to also point out in this video was the speed controller in here. This truck, the speed controller can handle a 3S lipo. Now the motor can handle it probably up to a certain point. I wouldn't bet on running it off road with that in there for a long time because it'll probably end up burning up. You might want to get a stronger motor in it, but I'm going to test this with this 3S lipo before I run it and then do a running video. But I know the speed controller looks familiar to another popular speed controller. I'm going to show that to you guys in just a minute as I show you the differences between these two trucks as well. So I mean, the one thing I like is that they've kind of sticked with the kind of design for this one as they did the Criterion Buggy, even though they're probably going to discontinue this one with their new buggy they got coming out. I think it's the Conquest XB. It's a two-wheel drive brushed and brushless buggy, but I like the way this looks here. So go ahead and take these two tops off. The first thing I want to point out is I did change my stock speed controller out of this buggy, and I did put, as you see, the Axio. This is the AE5 speed controller. Now this speed controller can handle a 3S lipo down to a 18 turn 550 size motor. That's 550. One thing I wanted to show you guys was if I could try to get these a little bit closer. For those of you guys that are crawlers and drive crawler trucks, you see the way, hopefully I can get this to zoom in a little bit better. There we go. You see the way this looks and this is kind of constructed. It is a little bit dirty because it is, of course, an old and used one. And you see this one here from Helion. This is the exact same speed controller as the AE5. The only difference is it just doesn't have that sticker here and it doesn't say that on there. But I've seen this type of speed controller used before as well. Not saying that they stole it from Axio. It's just a company that makes them, and Helion just happened to get it and put it in this truck. So you see I have a 3S lipo in here as well, and I'm going to run a quick test on that so you guys can see that as well. But first things first, let this try to focus in some. Come on. There we go. You see the chassis designs are different. This chassis is a lot thinner here, and I did kind of mention that in the unboxing, as the Criterion's a little bit wider here. You see some of the somewhat similarities in the way the servos and stuff are kind of mounted in there. It's a little bit beefier, it looks like, here on the Criterion Buggy, whereas on this one it's just constructed different. It's not saying that it's weaker or anything, but it's just constructed differently. A-arms as well. You see the way those are constructed there, and you see the way these are here. So the parts aren't really going to be compatible. I think the transmission is going to be the same somewhat, but the A-arms are longer, and of course this has metal dog bones on there, and this has the plastic telescopic drive shafts on here. So but as far as similarities, they're not really that similar at all. So Helion went with a whole new design for this, and I'm glad they did. It shows me and it proves to me that they're putting the money that they make back into technology and designing new trucks for us. So that's kind of what we want, right? New stuff out there, or better improved handling stuff. So the other biggest thing was this right here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. That is a 3S 4,000 milliamp 25C lipo that is in there. For you naysayers out there, I know someone's like, oh, he's not running one, it's not a 3S. There you go right there. Yes, it's a Traxxas battery. I probably don't recommend running anything higher than a 25C. I wouldn't go 30, 40, 50C because that probably would be just too much. But you hear that? Start it up. 1, 2, 3. It detected it had 3 cells. So go ahead and get this somehow lifted up. Give me 1 second, get something to post this on. Okay, just got my stand on it, so I'm gonna run this real light. There you go. This thing can run 3S lipo. Now the motor may get hot over time, etc., and it's gonna shorten the life of it a little bit more than if you ran a nickel metal or 2S lipo on it. But this just goes to show you that this thing can run a 3S lipo. They do have something on their site that says it can run 25 plus with a 3S lipo. They may have just had a misprint and meant that for the brushless version. I'm not sure, but I just wanted to show this to you guys. I know it doesn't specify or state anything in the manual that it can run a 3S lipo, so kind of run this at your discretion, but I'm going to do a video and run this thing on a 3S lipo and show that to you guys. I think it'll be a lot more enjoyable with the 3S lipo. There's nothing wrong with the 2S lipo or even running a nickel metal. If this is a first time truck for anyone, I think it'd be a great truck to start out with. After driving this thing a few times, I guess I'll just give a after drive thoughts. For me, the servo is okay, but I want it to be a little bit faster and stronger. So that'll be something I'll be replacing on this as well. And I'm going to work on the shocks. I'm going to make them a little bit softer. I think they gave me in the kit. I may just take this bottom spacer out. You see it's got 2 in there. So I'll probably end up taking just one of those out so that it's just a little bit softer, because as I'm going into turns and stuff, it's kind of like I'm fighting against it, and I kind of want it to dampen more. And when I do go on grass, it does bounce just a little bit. So I want to kind of improve the handling of this as well. So far, so good with this truck. I enjoy driving it, and I like it so much. And now I know I'm going to like it more when I go out there and run it on 3S lipo. So anyways, as always, don't forget to like or dislike, subscribe if you have not, and stay tuned for more videos on this. Thanks, guys, for watching.